What the? What is this thing?
Copper is a soft, lumpy, orange-brown colored metal that's been used for a very long time, at least 7,000 years. Back around, like a couple years ago, in the Iron Age, people used copper in forging. Copper was often mixed with tin to make bronze, which was then used to make tools and weapons. But enough about back then. Nowadays, we use copper in its compounds for many things. As copper has an attractive color, it's been used as a decorative metal used to make coins, ornaments, and other items. Chemically, copper is an incredible conductor of electricity and heat. Along with these properties, its flexibility allows it to be used as wiring in electronics and other machinery.
All this makes it a very important element with a lot of purposes, especially in Minecraft. Isn't that right, Mojang? Mojang?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
As we know, everything we know and love all has one thing in common, and that is... Atoms! Atoms, that's it. Totally coincidental, copper happens to be made of atoms, and here's what it looks like. As you can see, it has some protons and neutrons, more specifically 29 protons and 35 neutrons, giving an average atomic mass of 64. Copper is found 29th on the periodic table, as is 29 protons, thus its atomic number is 29. Since copper has 29 protons, that means that it also has 29 electrons. The formation of the electrons looks like this: 2 in the first shell, 8 in the second shell, 18 in the... what the fu... and it only has 1 in its outer shell. As copper lacks self-worth, it wants its electrons to get taken from it. When this does happen, it means it will either have a 1 plus positive charge or a 2 plus positive charge. Copper is a special little element, you see. As most elements only try to lose the electrons in their outer shell, certain transition metals, like iron and copper, try to lose electrons in their 2 outer shells. Huh. 2 elements, 2 outer shells? How ironic.
Some more interesting facts about copper is that it is not only found on Earth, but all around the universe as well. It doesn't necessarily float around on its own, rather copper exists in meteorites that kamikaze into Earth. It's believed that copper was first formed and scattered by the nuclear reactions from exploding stars, known as supernovas. Copper is also edible, well, sort of. Copper is found on Earth in compounds including carbonates, chlorides, sulfides, etc. Copper also forms part of manganese nodules, deposits of minerals that are often found on parts of the seafloor. These nodules serve as important minerals for wildlife and will likely become a crucial necessity for copper when all of Earth's metals in the crust are gone. Speaking of Earth's crust, copper is found in Earth's crust as a result of millions of years of activity on Earth. Copper is found in rocks as a result of molten lava rising into the crust and dissolving copper minerals and forming them back with other rocks. This often creates a mixture between copper and sulfur to form sulfide minerals, which is often how we make pure metal of the element. Something most people know about copper is how it oxidizes. The reason why it oxidizes is because of the fact that it is normally mixed as a sulfide mineral. Sulfide minerals react with oxygen, whether from air or water. This reaction turns a normally orange-brown colored copper to more green and turquoise. There's nothing worse than trying to make a green copper roof in Minecraft and realizing you're gonna have to wait for it to oxidize. Doesn't it just make you want to burn it all down? Well, let's see how it would go if you tried to. You could give it a shot if you happen to have something like, I don't know, lava? Oh, wait. Well, copper's melting point is a whopping 1083 degrees Celsius. To add to that, copper's boiling point is even more, being 2595 degrees Celsius. All this is because of the fact that copper's density is 8.94 grams per centimeter cubed. Wow, I don't think it will ever become anything other than a solid at room temperature. However, this does leave me with a question. If it's a metal and it doesn't sublimate at room temperature, then why does it have such a strong and recognizable odor? Sadly, nothing's magical about it. In reality, certain elements like iron and copper give off phosphorus and carbon atoms into the air, creating an odor. So it essentially always has BO. Gross. For those wondering, this is where copper is on the periodic table. As you can see, it is a transition metal. Its atomic number is 29. It has an average atomic mass of 64. It says copper, and its symbol is CO. Wait, hold on. No, it's not. Actually, copper's atomic symbol is Cu. This comes from the Latin word for copper, being cuprum. This makes copper different from most other elements, meaning that no one knows who first discovered it, as it's been used for thousands of years. Unless we have a time machine, and we can do trial and error for a long time until we find the first caveman who picked out a piece of copper and threw it, I don't think we'll ever know who first discovered copper.